Harry and Isabella. Author Harry Lee and Isabella. Editor, illustrator Harry Lee. Her name is Harry Lee, who doesn't like to study. One day, she has an assignment to identify powerful resources which can support a student's literacy development. So she asks for help from Isabella, 4 years old, who likes to read books and loves to draw what she reads. For the assignment, Harry collects Isabella's 12 writing artifacts to identify her writing strengths and gaps. Then she categorized them into 4 sections: print writing strength, visual writing strength, print writing gaps, and visual writing gaps. She opens her laptop and starts her homework. The first part she starts working on is identifying Isabella's print writing strength. While she looks at her various artifacts, she identifies 2 strengths. One is letter formation, and the other one is phonemical awareness. However, thinking of resources for Isabella's writing strength is harder than identifying her strength. So, Hetty reads some relevant readings and finds an article which mentions the importance of teaching phonemical awareness. According to Haley K. Yop and Ruth Helen Yop, the written words in English is predominantly a record of the sounds of the spoken language. Then she identifies phonemical games and songs as helpful resources for Isabella's literacy development. The reason why she selects the 2 resources are that Isabella can turn her attention to sounds in spoken language while temporarily shifting away from its meaning, and therefore she can develop her reading ability. She moves on to the next section, which asks her to identify Isabella's visual writing strength. This time, she answers easily and types them down on her laptop. It says, comprehension of stories and proportional space arrangement are Isabella's strength. After she identifies Isabella's visual writing strength, she reads an article, 10 To-Dos for Successful Reading Aloud by Christine Boardman-Mon, and understand the close relationship between making connections across text and children's reading comprehension. Based on her reading, Harry identifies making a connection with other books and a story relevant writing activity, for example, letters to the character in the book, as helpful resources for Isabella's literacy development. Through those activities, Isabella can improve her comprehension of the story in the book and expand her thinking by making relevant connection among books. Additionally, she can have an opportunity to think of a story with a different perspective. She is typing her assignment, and suddenly a drop of water falls on her laptop keyboard. It was from her mouth. Hetty falls asleep, and when she wakes up, a mystery things happen on her laptop. All her homework is finished. She can't believe it. She rubs her eyes with her hand and reads her homework carefully to make sure whether it is correct. What happened? It is written that Isabella's print writing gaps are reversed letter and there's a lack of space between words. Then he suggests the writing modeling and a field trip as helpful resources for Isabella's print writing gaps. She continues reading it. Considering a book story, a teacher can plan an appropriate writing activity. For example, writing letters, stories, messages, and lists, and model writing for Isabella. According to Teresa and Yeben Kim, children benefit from teachers modeling writing and from opportunity to interact with others on writing projects. Such a variety of writing experience will also build their generative knowledge of writing. The teacher's everyday writing modeling throughout a day will be helpful for Isabella to slowly format letters and recognize the importance of spaces between words. Additionally, going on a field trip can expose Isabella to environmental print and commercial logos and naturally understand the English grammar rules. All the information is correct and she can't close her widely open mouth from the surprise. She keeps reading, and the last page says that Isabella's visual writing gaps are like a word-image relationship and spontaneous writing without planning beforehand. In addition, a role play with a short paraphrase and pre-writing on storyboard are written as helpful resources for Isabella's visual writing gaps. Harry continues reading. Lindsay Curlin and Janice Patterson insisted by pairing works of art, music, poetry, dance, and drama in a classroom with selected books, children can make connections with multiple mediums of representation. Through the role-play experience, Isabella can understand the importance of settings, characters, and events of a book, and the understanding can impact her pre-write before she writes something. In addition, using pre-writing storyboard can also help her experience structured story writing. She is so happy to see the finished assignment, and she wakes up from her dream. Everything was just a dream. Her assignment is still the same as before she took a nap.